Hello Aries, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. So I'm doing a sweet hot tea. I'm doing a self-love reading. This is not about being selfish. This is about loving yourself so you can love others better, right? Healing yourself so that you can heal yourself to be a better person, right? In the actual environment. So these are really focused on you. And see, we're in October, we're in the Halloween feels. I've picked a bit of a witch's brew for our little hot tea, our little sweet tea. So thank you for being here, and let's see what the energies are in the air. What do we got? All right, we got a bit of blessing here, witch's blessing. What do we got? Oh, let's start with you. All right. Oh, we got it in this frame. I've changed the whole setup. A blessing for those who are nearing their final breath. All right, so there might be a death inside of this. There might be something that's ending. So if you do have a death in your family and somebody is coming to that, there's a blessing inside of this. And so this is that maybe their pain is coming to the end. Maybe this is the end of something, maybe the end of a relationship, Aries. But there's a blessing inside of this, in this ending that's coming along. All right, so I usually do start with these cards because these are heart and soul. We want to get to the heart and soul of it all. What have we got for you? Something you love may be coming to an end. It's only natural for you to be saddened. However, this ending provides a new beginning. All unfolds for your highest good. Life is full of transformation, and with a new beginning comes a new chapter in the story that is you. All right. So we're going to have some ending. This is being very firm about that, Aries. All right. So whatever that is, this is going to be a gentle blessing inside of you for you. What have we got from the elemental deck? All right, what have we got in the elemental deck for Aries? Lake. This is about depth and the depth of your emotions. Look at this, your castle there and the depth of emotion, the lady in the lake. All right, it's a bit of a time out. So getting to the depth of you, getting to the depth of your emotions in things in here. All right, there it is. This is lovely. Lovely, lovely. All right, let's give us another one. I've pulled out these divination cards, and these are a bit about like finding something that might work for you. So this is pulling lots. So this is yes, no, and so maybe it's about pulling the lots of life. So you know, when we're pulling the lots, we're pulling the straws. What's your lot in life? They're taking the chance. All right, are you taking chances in this new, finding the depth of you in this ending, Aries? All right, wonderful. So that's the beginning of this. I'll get to another few cards later. All right, taking your chances, drawing your lots, yes and no. We know what's out there. All right, so let's get into this. This self-love reading is something that just turned up when I first started doing this. Right, so this is how we got here. We got 5 cards for how we get here. So 5 cards for how we got here. You've gone through the darkest nights. You've had to deal with the skeletons in your closet. You've had to deal with the strength of you. You've really had to think about what is the foundation and really going through that, and really learning not to fear yourself, fear the past. This is a real moment where you've been tested, right? And so this is testing and moving you into a new direction. So you've gone through a really dark night, Aries. This is no denying. And it's about being setting up. It's nesting. There's been a learning process in it. This page is the learner. He's the perpetual student. But this is really like sometimes nesting, setting up sort of stuff, renovating, those sort of things, setting yourself up, building blocks, small steps. Small steps is what that is, right? Small steps. So inside of this transition and getting here, you've been trusting your faith. Right? You've been making decisions of faith. You've been making decisions that feel good. You've been trusting your intuition. Sometimes you've got to trust your intuition and follow it and then let everything catch up, right? The reason that you're doing it, catch up. That's what that's talking about. But you've been making decisions of faith, right? You've been trusting your instincts. You've been trusting what you feel and that the sun is going to shine. So we went through this dark period, building blocks, stepping stones, and having to trust it all, and you're going to trust that the universe is going to provide. The sun is going to shine. This is a yes card, all right? If we're drawing lots, if you're asking what your chances are, this is a yes card, all right? So you've indulged yourself in this yes. Yes. All right. Next. You. So you're going for your dreams. All right, we've got 2 stars here now. 2 stars. Going for dreams. Really keeping your eye on your goal. Looking at what your pole star is. Really keeping it together. All right, Aries, this is strong. You've gone through your darkest nights. You've really worked on what it is. You've made a plan. This is about making plans, all right, and setting her up small steps, really trusting it. It's growing, it's growing. And we've got two sets of hands, like reaching out inside here. All right, so we've got this beautiful, beautiful coming into that. That was what you came into this with. What is your healing element? We can see a progression in there already, but let's see what the healing element is. Aries, ooh. Healing element, happiness. You're filling your cups, and you're going to see the generosity of people, and there's a reunion in here, and there's emotions, but this is your 10 of cups. Your cups are going to fill over. These small steps, this hard journey that you've gone through to get here is about finding this happiness, finding this peace and happiness inside of you, right? And rejoining with all of your dreams, with all of your heart. These are just, you feel fulfilled your wishes, and you're fulfilling your wishes, and it's filling your heart cup, and it's filling all the cups around you. Happiness, right? All right. Frustration. All right, so you've still got frustrations to get through, but you're happily working through it. You're making these decisions and step by step, and there's been some frustrations, but it's a healing element, remembering. So this is going through that. Write a list. You're feeling all of your thoughts through your senses. All right, you're thinking through your senses here. So we need to bring back and work out what those frustrations are. Write them down. Write a plan so you can use the 5 to empower yourself. But at the moment, it's still feeling you're working through your frustrations. But that's going somewhere, right? It's energy that's moving somewhere. It's conversations that are moving somewhere. You need to dedicate yourself. This is about dedication. So the 9 of Arrows is really pulling in your thoughts. We were talking about that, pulling in your thoughts, working out what that one thing is. You've got all these worries of a night that you might be lying in bed. What's that one thing that keeps coming back? What's that happy thought? What is your fairy dust? What is it? All right, where is that little bit Tinkerbell? Right, but this is about dedicating your mind to your cause, that the sun is going to shine, all right, and that yes, that you know is a yes because you've been using your intuition and you've drawn your lot in life. What else is the healing element for Aries? Ooh, taking on the challenge. Oh, and responsibility. We'll put those together. All right, but you're taking on the challenge. All right, this is really taking on a physical challenge. This is Jupiter and Saturn energy really taking on the challenge for your inspiration and the longevity of that, really taking on it. And you're taking responsibility of your spiritual quest, right? Where you are, your spiritual quest. All right, so you're taking on the challenge. So you need to actually take it out of your mind and put it into action is what that's really going on. And that action is coming around this sun and this action and taking on the challenge, right? Physical challenge. All right, so how do we put this into the 3D world? All right, let's bring it in. So we're healing and we're going to take on the challenge and dedicate our thoughts to that. Dedicate the thoughts. Ooh, all right. This is talking about it. This is really taking on your cause. And swift, decisive decisions, looking at it from above, outside of the bubble of emotion. This is really taking, perhaps even a little bit predatory, like you're literally going for your prey, bird of prey here, and jumping into things, Aries, like really jumping into the communication and not being frightened of making that communication, really setting these thoughts into motion and really dedicating them together so you can communicate yourself on a higher level, like to actually get some business done. It's really a business card, that guy. All right, what's more we have got? Again, another archer, right? So this one, though, is really honing in on the skills. This archer knows their skills. They know exactly what they're worth. They know what they've done. They know how they're trained. They're breathing deep. They're going to hit that target. You know they're going to hit that target. They've got the companions. This is taking on the physical world. This is knowing your shit, knowing you know your shit. But this is really embodying that in the physical world and really using that potential energy. All right, so you're going to talk about this. This is talking about it, but it's actually bringing it into fruition, making things happen in reality. All right, that's right in the middle of the reading. It's really quintessential, just sitting right there. So, what else we got? It's a quintessential card. That really is. Because you're making a transition. Right, we've got a lot of air cards now sitting inside of this reading, and it's real fundamental. We're making, in this line, we're talking a lot of arrows, changing how you talk. We're taking a transition. We've gone across the river. We're no longer where we were. So we're making this transition in our mind. Like we're letting the boat move. Oh, it goes that way. Boat move. All right, so new setup. Playing with the camera. Okay. All right, Aries, thank you for still being here. Let's see what else we got for a little bit of self-love for the Aries peeps. I know that it was like a while between my readings. We did the retrograde thing and I became a bit of a hermit. Look, see? This line is about your partnerships. People are seeing that you've retreated in. You've taken your light in. You're making yourself stronger. You've taken the time for yourself. All right, so people might see that, you know, you're not as outgoing and stuff, and you might be looking like you're a bit more spiritually connected even, because this is about your light and your journey and taking within. So you may not be reaching out and connecting with everybody directly, like directly, but that's what they're seeing in partnerships. Or, you know, that this is a real, you might be hermiting with somebody inside of your partnerships. Or something's growing slowly in the background inside of that. Oh, we've got the 6 stones. All right, so this is a reciprocation. This is effort put in, is the effort get out, right? The bees making honey. This is bees in your trap and getting the money for your honey. This is also a partnership card. This is a soulmate sort of card. The effort that 2 people put in is reciprocal. They're both putting in the same amount of effort. All right, so slowly something in the background. This might be people all putting in the same sorts of effort that you're putting in. And that's how your partnership thing. They're seeing that this hermitage is really going to pay off for you. That you are making your honey, your bees in your trap, right? All right, what is the self-love card? What is it? Let's see. I'm going to draw out a few more energies and a few after this, Aries, but this is, let's see what the self-love really comes out. What do we need to do for ourselves in this? Where's the real spot? All right, so you made a big transition, and this challenge of getting this pole star and taking on the challenge, and that's a transition of the mind. And we've got 6 and 6 inside of here, which are bliss numbers. It's love and bliss numbers. So it's changing the format inside of here and how this is coming. You're really taking on the world. People have seen that transition of mind to get your dream. And we're about to see it pay out. With our Cupid's arrow. Look, this is your heart fire. This is you getting your spiritual intentions. This is making your heaven on earth when it comes to your passion. All right, so this is real go-getter energy. This is real action energy. Like, this is an action card if ever there is. But we point those wands in and we actually fulfill our heart. So this is heart fulfillment, and, you know, this is another sort of soul-y sort of card. So we've got a lot of bit of love energy inside of these cards sitting here, even though they're not cups. So they don't necessarily, cups aren't necessarily the or be all and end all with relationships, but this is really heart fire, and you're really actually getting that. So this is all linking to this sun fire and this star fire. You can see that in there, and this progression in here with the hermit. You know, we're coming down to this hermit in here. It's really expressing happiness, expressing, you know, that you're comfortable in your space and where you are, Aries, inside of here. But there's really loving things coming to fruition inside of here for you. All right, let's get a couple more cards. Let's get a couple of witchy cards. Let's go for the, what is this? This is a really accessible deck. This is, oh, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Bit walking away, bit, temperance sort of card. Right. You need to forgive yourself, maybe forgive each other. Forgive you for not being what you thought you were going to be, so you can move on and be who you are, right? Seeking happiness. Happiness comes out again, and this transition with the butterfly inside of here. So there's some really heartfelt, happy energy in here. Forgive yourself. Go through this forgiving period. Like, let go of those energies that might be holding you back for things that you haven't forgiven. Let's give you just a couple of cards from here, Aries. Thank you for still being here. If you're here with the sweet heart tea, bit of self-loving for the Aries peeps. What have we got? It's the spring, spirit of spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere, this is actually really appropriate. Spirit of spring, speed, freedom, action, and power. And it is, it's fresh, it's a fresh energy. So there's a fresh energy in here. So there has been a death, and we acknowledge that. And there was a depth of feelings, and we know that. And you drew your lots, you took your chances inside of here, and you've gone through the darkness to come through to this happiness. Forgive, let go and have the freedom and take some action in here. We've got action and power for you, Aries. This is a fantastic reading. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope it won't be so long, and I'll do another video. And thank you for still being here. Thanks for your support. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks, Aries.